One of the critics of the Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa regime, that is Mawarire Mbizo jealousy, have actually called for the impeachment of Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa, saying that the man is held hostage by the Zwiganandas, and also saying the man is no longer in control of the situation. Zwiganandas are doing as they please. And the country at the moment, you cannot tell who exactly is calling the shots. It is in disarray in all aspects. Greetings and welcome to your lovely channel, the Hlonipani Global News. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. So according to Jealousy Mbizo Mawarire, he has written this. He says, when I brought this issue to the attention, is speaking about the issue of the company of Tungwarara, that it was allowed, given a green line to actually continue with mining, even though the government had suspended the alluvial mining. That is what he's talking about. Of the public, I got brickbats from many idiots, those who benefit from breadcrumbs falling off the tables of gluttonous criminals who are not just surrounding the president, but have held him hostage as well. I mean, those bagambata gutitsui, I normally don't worry about these charlatans, those that survive on the breadcrumbs. But I wish to share with comrades that the mushrooming vigilante groups created and funded through the president's name have recently been deployed to do surveillance along the streets where I reside in Zimbabwe. I have video footage of these thugs through high security cameras that I have planted around my house. My crime, according to these idiots, is that I stopped them. I stopped them, the president and his criminals, from looting POSB, and that I also brought to the public's attention the illegalities around Budawash's land tenure implementation committee. So he is also reporting that in his house there are thugs that have been deployed, and giving the reasons why the regime has done so, because they think he stood on their way of looting at the POSB in Zimbabwe, as well as also exposing the illegalities of the land tenure committee, which is rejected, by the way, by the war veterans in Zimbabwe. He says, I am, however, emboldened that even dubious and mortal-mouthed characters like Mugudi have seen the criminality around the monopolization of alluvial gold mining by ET through Tungwarara's Prevail Group. What I am urging Zimbabweans is to seriously consider impeaching President Mnangagwa for not only failing to uphold and defend the constitution from very apparent attacks from his party, ZANU-PF, but also for putting the office of the president into disrepute through his association with criminals who have caused havoc in the economy and are now threatening to destroy even his party, ZANU-PF. There is a prima facie case for impeaching President Mnangagwa today more than what necessitated the introduction of impeachment proceedings against President Mugabe in November 2017, where President was supposedly surrounded by criminals. President Mnangagwa has become the mafia boss, presiding over a gangster state that has no regard for the plight of the common person. His gangster regime has no decency nor decorum to hide their loot. Instead, they have paraded the president where crumbs from his profligacy are donated to regime griots, those that shout the loudest to give the regime some form of public approval. These musicians, clowns, and vigilante group leaders are given cars and cash so that they continue producing popular culture products and violence to manufacture consent so that the president and his gluttonous and obese lunatics continue looting treasury. When people like me call them out, the vigilante groups are sent out nocturnally to hunt and hound us. For fellow Zimbabweans, we need to unite more than ever if we are going to salvage what's left of our country. The president has to be stopped. The kind of criminality that this presidency has allowed to prevail cannot be entertained any longer. We cannot continue having criminals loot our country and flout the criminality bound in our faces as if the looting on its own is not bad enough. We cannot continue to tolerate the office of the president being turned into a mafia reservoirs where criminal activities to loot the state are planned every day. We cannot allow the office of the president to be used as a war room from whence shared deals to enrich a few people around the president are plotted. We cannot allow the office of the president to be used as a situational command center for planning to abduct and kill those that call out the rampant looting of national resources that we are seeing in Zimbabwe today. Comrades, our gallant heroes did not die for President Mnangagwa to brood criminals and economic vipers that are decimating the national cake like we are seeing today. As ED gets back to office next week, we are grateful to cut short his holiday. Let him come into growing voices calling for his impeachment. That call should come from patriotic Zimbabweans within ZANU-PF. It should come from that call should come from patriotic Zimbabweans within ZANU-PF. It should come from the opposition. It is a cry that should pop out of the church, from civil society, and from anyone. Comrades, enough is enough. The president and his criminals have to go. So what Jealous Mawarire is simply saying is that what the military impeached Mnangagwa for in 2017, impeached Robert Gabriel Mugabe, rather, sorry, in 2017, it is now worse than what has been done or committed by Emmerson Mnangagwa in this day and age. As such, there is absolutely no doubt that the men deserve to be impeached. I think, in my view, Mnangagwa has done a lot. A lot. I mean, there are many scandals. In fact, from the time Al Jazeera documentary came out, that is when people should have started to act against this man and call him to go. I mean, a lot has actually been exposed about how he runs a country. It's like Zimbabwe has been turned into a serious gangster state. And this has to come to an end. And he is calling on all Zimbabweans to actually come together in making sure that we put a full stop to the regime of Emmerson Mnangagwa forever. Thank you very much for watching us. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we go live, you become the very first one to watch us. You can financially support this channel by pressing the join button and be part of our members who are the heartbeat of this channel. You can equally do so by pressing the thanks button and send us stars. Oga Ngcubu Mhlabane is signing off.